Welcome back to Olympus basketball on OlyTV for the Morp game tonight. I'm Jackson Bodley.
And I'm Lucas Pierce.
And we will be your commentators for tonight for the second matchup between the second-ranked 14-3 Olympus Titans and the third-ranked 13-4 Highland Rams. Before we get going, we would like to give a shout-out to our great statistician, Jared Larson, for all his work in compiling all these statistics. And let's start with the earlier matchup this season. Olympus and Highland, they met once before this year at Highland. In that game, Highland was a back-and-forth game throughout the whole game with 8 ties and 16 lead changes. But in the end, in overtime, Highland ended up winning 69-68. The big story in that one was the perimeter shooting for both teams, as Highland made 13 three-pointers and Olympus made 11. Each team dominated in different categories. Olympus, they won the turnover battle, fast break opportunities, and free throw shooting. But Highland made even with their rebounding and efficient shooting on offense, especially where from deep, or they shot 52% from 3 in that game. An incredible shooting performance from both teams, but 52% from deep for Highland. Huge part in that one. And really another high-ranked matchup for the Titans coming to this one. On Tuesday, they played the 6th-ranked Skyline Eagles, and now they're playing the 3rd-ranked Highland Rams. Region 6 has just been so good this year that it feels like every game you're playing a top-ranked team. Of course, you have Alta in the number 1 spot, Olympus, Highland 2-3. And then you got Skyline and Brighton, both top 10, ranked 6th and 8th. And it's been sort of a tough schedule so far to start the year for the Titans. Olympus, they've already picked up their 3rd loss of the year, maybe a little bit sooner than expected because they've been so great recently. 7 of the last 8 years, Olympus have finished the year with just 3 losses. And so already having 3 at this point, it sort of feels, sort of like a down year a little bit, of a disappointment, if you would, this early. But a big part of that's been the hard schedule. Like we mentioned, Region 6, super dominant, and they had a hard non-region schedule with teams like Orem and Layton. And they have played the hardest ranked schedule in all of 5A with a 61% win percentage as their average opponent's win percentage on the year. The next closest team only has an opponent's win percentage of 58%. And so that's really just a tough schedule. They're a great team. And now they got a chance to get revenge sort of from that earlier loss and avenge their loss against a great team in Highland tonight. And Highland, what do well? They rebound well. They out-rebounded Olympus by 6 in the last game with 10 offensive rebounds. And our main part of the reason they were able to do that is their height advantage. Highland is a very tall team. They have 5 players 6'6" or taller. Their tallest player is Dutch Dowdell, and he's 6'6". So they got 5 players at Olympus's tallest player's height or more. And of course, standing in the middle, they got the great George McConkey, who's 6'11". And so now we're going to send it over to Lucas with what both teams need to do tonight to come out with a win.
Well, first off, for Highland, they need to do a lot of what they did against Olympus in their last game. The biggest thing of those was to take one of Jordy Barnes or Dutch Dowdell out of the game. In addition to that, they need Isaiah Drisdom to have another big game along with another player. Last time the two faced, it was Cepha Brown, so we'll have to see if he can step up once again. For Olympus, they need to find a way to limit Isaiah Drisdom and Cepha Brown. In the first game against these two teams, Drisdom put up 25 and Brown 16, which accounted for nearly 60% of Highland's offensive output. Next, Olympus needs Dutch Dowdell to play like himself as he struggled against Highland early in the season. And then finally, the Titans need to play with a chip on their shoulder. We saw how that benefited them on Tuesday against Skyline, so they need to do that again.
All right, and a huge part of the last matchup was Olympus. They were doing great from shooting it from the three-point land because they made 11 three-pointers.
Yep.
But the craziest thing is that their 2 best three-point shooters only made 3 of those on 14 attempts. Jordan Barnes and Dutch Dowdell, they shot 3 for 14 from 3 in that game, but they still, as a team, the other players picked it up and were able to finish with 11 three-pointers as a team. So if those two can get it going tonight, especially from deep, that's going to be a huge benefit, especially if those other players can play like they did against Highland, keeping them in it. We're going to step aside for a moment as they honor Jordy Barnes for breaking the state all-time leader in assists record. Then we'll be back after the national anthem for the starting lineups.
Tonight's game is being broadcast live by our talented students at OlyTV. Head over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button on the OlyTV channel to catch the live stream of all our home basketball games and other exciting events at Olympus High School. Don't miss out. Subscribe to OlyTV today. Fans, at this time, please direct your attention to center court for a special presentation. Earlier this season in a home game versus Beaumont High School, our very own Jordy Barnes achieved a feat that not only left us in awe, but also secured his place in the history of Utah high school basketball. Jordy Barnes has become the new state record holder for career assists, an achievement that reflects not only his skill, but also commitment and dedication to teammates. In that game against Highland, Jordy needed just 6 assists to break the record of 748 career assists, and ended the game with 9. Just 1 assist short of recording a triple-double. As of today, Jordy has amassed a staggering 816 career assists and counting. What makes this achievement even more special is the fact that Jordy follows in the footsteps of another Olympus High School standout, Ryland Jones, the previous record holder, in passing the torch within our own community, symbolizing the incredible basketball tradition that thrives at Olympus High School. To present Jordy with this honor, please welcome his mom, Trudy, and his father, Coach Matt Barnes, and let's give some love to Jordy Barnes. Congratulations, Jordy, on becoming the new Utah State record holder in career assists. Fans, it's also noteworthy. Please welcome Chris Jones of Highland High School. Chris is a standout guard at Judge Memorial, and his son, Ryland, he both hold positions among the top 5 career assist leaders in the state record books. Congratulations, Jones. And now at this time, we ask that you stand able and join our students in the Ozone in honoring America and those who protect it with the presentation of our national anthem. Fans, please welcome the Olympus Band.
Thank you to the Olympus Band for playing the national anthem. Another shout out to Jordy Barnes for becoming the state's all-time leader in assists. Now the starting lineup, starting with Highland. Number 2, Matt Lamson. Number 11, Isaiah Drisdom, their leading scorer, averaging 14 points a game. Wearing number 24, senior Sepha Brown, averages 7 points and 7 rebounds a game. Wearing number 31, Grayson Gaddis. And finishing it out, a senior wearing number 50, standing 6'11", George McConkey. And now we're going to get the starting lineups for the Olympus Titans. Senior wearing number 0, returning back is in the starting lineup, Eli Mayfield. Just a sophomore, wearing number 1, Gavin Lowe. Wearing number 2, Jordy Barnes. The team's leading scorer, averaging over 23 points a game, number 12, Dutch Dowdell. And rounding it out, number 32, Reeve Smiley. We got our Those are your starting lineups, and now we're getting ready to tip off here. Olympus versus Highland once again. It was such a great game the first time these two teams matched up, going into overtime, and still only a 1-point win for Highland. Excited to see what this one holds.
Should be another exciting one tonight. Men's team doesn't play a lot of close games at home. Usually they blow them out, so this is exciting, especially for the big student section tonight.
A huge student section here for the Morp Dance. In the jump circle, it's Dutch Dowdell and George McConkey. So one's up, and it's going to be won by Dutch and Olympus. Barnes right down to Dutch, in trouble in the corner here. And now they're going to reset with Barnes. He'll take a deep three-pointer right off the bat. It's good. Jordy Barnes from deep to start the game.
And Barnes starting right where he left off from last game, as he had 20 points.
Yeah, and a couple deep threes last game, and there's that one on the first possession. Highland on offense, there's a three-pointer from Gaddis. That one no good. Dowdell bringing it the other way. Dutch with it, guarded by Brown, gets inside. That's a nice finish there. Dutch Dowdell, a couple points. Olympus full court press here to start the game. Jerstum sends it up to Lamson, and right back to him. He's going to be doubled here, and now he's driving inside. Still a couple defenders, and he'll lay it up and in. Isaiah Drisdom opens the scoring for Highland.
And Gavin Lowe followed him all around. They had a double team on him, still able to get around it.
And he just never stopped moving and got to the basket. Nice pass there, can't quite handle it. Reef's going to kick it out now. Dutch with the mid-range, no good there.
And Dowdell asking for a foul there. Seemed to be a little bit of contact.
Highland back on offense here. Drisdom with it. Now he'll kick it out to Gaddis. Right back to Drisdom. They get inside of McConkey. He's guarded by Mayfield. Backing him down. He puts that one up. No good. Trying to, and he will get his own rebound there. McConkey again. Going right back at Mayfield inside, and he's going to kick it out. Grayson Gaddis trying another three. That one's perfect. Highland responds, and now it's tied at 5.
And you can see how important offensive rebounds there. It wasn't necessarily their height got it, but their effort, and they got the open three.
Olympus back on offense, tie game now. Mayfield gives it to Barnes. Barnes gets the screen, and now he's going to give it back to Mayfield. Little two-man game going on here. And now Dutch touches it. He'll take a deep contested three. It's perfect. Dutch Dowdell from deep with a defender in his face.
And that's now both Barnes and Dowdell showing off their range early in this one.
And that one's stolen away. Dowdell again from three. Dowdell again. 3 points for Olympus.
And that full court press is already making Highland struggle getting the ball down the court with that turnover, and then that's killer for Highland.
Yeah, you can really just feel the urgency in this game. The huge student section, everything, and Olympus coming out on fire, especially from deep. They went up 5-0. Highland responds to their own 5-0 run, and then that was about 10 seconds of game clock between those two threes from Dutch Dowdell. He now has 8 points in this game.
And there's a lot more energy than there usually is here at the game. Not only with Olympus's big student section, but Highland's too. They traveled well.
Yeah, I mean, against Highlands, in their first matchup, Barnes hit 1 3 the whole game. Dowdell hit 2 threes the whole game. Already in the first 2.5 minutes, Dowdell has 2 threes and Barnes has 1 3.
And that's usually the key with the Titans' offense. Usually when they win, they're hitting their threes, and when they don't win and it's a close game, they don't hit their threes.
Highland trying to respond here after that steal and 3. Momentum all on Olympus right now. Really, so much has happened. It's hard to believe. Only 2.5 minutes have come off the clock. Yeah. Brown gets it inside there. McConkey working on Will Blank. He puts that one up and in. George McConkey gets his first points right there.
And a great response attacking the paint with the height advantage.
Yeah, I mean, no player within his white range as Reef tries a 3 and Reef hits a 3. Olympus continuing to fire from deep.
I mean, at this point, Highland cannot leave anyone open as they're all hitting the three.
And not at all. Olympus brought their A game to start this one. Already 4 3-pointers in this game. Brown over to Lamson. Right back to McConkey. Had the basket on last one. He dribbles it off his foot there. Lowe's got the speed. He's going to beat him to the hoop and lay it up and in. Gavin Lowe.
And early in this one, it feels like Olympus is feeding off that energy from their student section, and it's bothering Highland a little bit.
Right. Any turnover that you commit as Highland, just really 2 times more effective for Olympus.
And the biggest thing so far is that Highland hasn't been able to get a lot of their shots off, and then when they have, they made it, so they haven't been able to impose their dominance on the boards yet.
So Olympus, a 9-point lead, 16 points in just 4 minutes to play. That one's going to be taken there, no good. Barnes sends it down the length of the court to Gavin Lowe, who lays it up and in.
Just incredible vision right there to find the guy streaking to the basket and to make that long of a pass.
I mean, you need some serious, accurate passing to get that pass all the way down there. 3-pointer's going to be taken, no good there from Gaddis. And so this run for Olympus, 13-2 run right now they're currently on. Will Blank now with the ball. Back to Barnes. Olympus slowing it down, and now Barnes taking it in. And it will be an offensive foul called.
I think they got Blank on a moving screen right there. Even though he fell down, it made it look like it was a foul on Highland. They still caught him.
And really the first time Highland stops Olympus in a while comes off an Olympus miscue, an unforced turnover. Drisdom gives it over to Lamson, into McConkey, and a foul. That's going to be his second foul on Will Blank, back-to-back right there. And right on cue, Mayfield checks in.
And that's unfortunate for Blank, too, because he didn't start the game. He just got subbed in, and now he already has to sit on the bench with 2 fouls.
In the corner, Lamson, and he's good from deep.
And that 3 was needed from Highland. They missed an open one on their last possession, but got that one to fall.
Yeah, big play there from Matt Lamson to stop this surge by Olympus. And now they got to start cutting into this lead that's grown so fast.
And after that really high-paced first 5 minutes, the fouls have started to build, and we've had a lot more stoppages.
Barnes, the inbounder here, and he'll send it back to Mayfield. Dutch now with it. Driving, stops, puts that one up. It's perfect. Dutch Dowdell gets 2 more to go. Highland now back on offense. 20-10 the score. He's doubled and gets it inside of McConkey, and one. Takes the contact and finishes there.
And Highland starting to build off of that momentum a little bit, even though Olympus's offense hasn't really slowed down. They haven't been hitting as many of those killer threes, and Highland's starting to get some momentum.
Right, and I think getting the ball inside of McConkey is the right way to go if you're Highland. They won the last game with him only making 1 basket. He already has 2 in this one, and so getting him more involved is definitely something that they want to see and they're already doing. Olympus back on the attack with Barnes. He loses that one out of bounds. They're going to say last off him. Couple turnovers, and now at the basket here, Highland's right back in this one.
Olympus still implementing their full court press. Highland able to beat it again, which they figured out how to do.
Matt Lamson, he'll step into a 3-pointer. Short there, and a foul goes against Highland on the rebound. Or no, they're going to say against Olympus, it looks like. They're fighting for position on 6'11" George McConkey, and they're going to get him with a foul.
And that is Mayfield's first foul, but early foul trouble for Olympus is not what you need when Highland has such a height advantage, especially with McConkey.
Right, Mayfield, came back in for the Will Blank, who was in foul trouble. So if he also gets in foul trouble, then you're sort of worried there. McConkey gets the first one to go there. The second free throw here, no good. Here comes the Titans, 20-14. Now Dowdell, way deep three-pointer here. It doesn't quite fall there. He's been on fire to start this game, so a little bit deep there, but you like him taking a couple of those a game because he can definitely hit them. Dodge with the ball now. Tries to get that one in there to Anderton, and they'll say last touch by Lowe.
Nice job by Lowe. Being able to knock that pass away kind of makes Highland reset on offense.
Anderton gets this one in there to McConkey. And over to Dodge. Anderton again with it, gets it inside of the Cuddy McConkey, and he'll kick to the three-point shooter. It's good. Soren Rice steps in and hits that three-pointer.
And you can see with Highland too, you can't let them get any open space either. Much like Olympus, if they have open space, they're going to hit the basket.
And Barnes slipping to the deck there, loses it out of bounds. What a surge here from Highland. Olympus, they were up 18-7, and just like that, a 10-2 run for Highland, a three-point game. They have the ball.
And just this game has had a lot of back and forth runs so far, from Highland getting off and then Olympus and just back and forth.
Oh, that one's going to be picked out of pocket right there by Reef. They had an open player, but Reef steals it. Lowe thought about the three. Inside, blocked by McConkey. George McConkey saves the basket there. Under a minute now to go in this first quarter, and what a quarter it's been. Barnes back to Dowdell. Dowdell from three. It's perfect. Dutch Dowdell answers.
And Dowdell able to stop the bleeding right there. Olympus's offense had gone cold for a second, but he hits a three, and they're back out to a 6-point lead.
That one nearly stolen away, out of bounds. Last touched by Gavin Lowe and Olympus. And what a first quarter for Dutch Dowdell. He's made 3 3-pointers and has 13 points in the first quarter. Highland with the ball here to end this first half. They can play for last shot if they want. McConkey has it, and he gives it up to Dodge now. Rise just hit the three-pointer on their last possession. He has it now, guarded by Dutch. Right back to Dodge. 5 seconds, he's in trouble, nearly stolen away by Lowe. The clock's going to run out almost here, or an over the back's going to be called, so Olympus will get a shot up here likely.
And now's the time for Matt Barnes to draw a play here to get Dowdell open, and it doesn't really matter if it's a deep three or a shorter three, but
definitely he's on fire tonight. And really this is killer for Highland because you got it to within 3 points with 40 seconds left in the half. Then if Olympus hits a three here, you're down 9 in the blink of the eye. They get it in here to Mayfield. He puts up a three-pointer, doesn't quite fall. That's the end of the first quarter. 23-17, Olympus leads. Both teams' offense is on fire. First quarter of runs, really.
And what just a fast-paced first quarter. Both teams were flying down the court. Not many stoppages besides that little moment in the middle of the first quarter where a lot of fouls were being called. But besides that, both teams were just running back and down the court.
Yeah, great first half. The three-point shooting for Olympus, incredible. 5 threes and made in that first quarter. And they're up 6 entering the second.
And one good thing Olympus did on offense was they didn't let Drisdom get too many points. He had a lot of points when they played last time. He only had 2 in that first quarter.
He tried to get inside a lot, but the defense was right there. George McConkey helped out a little bit there. He already contributed more in that first quarter than they did in the last win against Olympus early in the year. Highland starts with the ball here, down 6 in the second quarter. It'll be Sepha Brown and inbounds it here to Isaiah Drisdom. Olympus doubling immediately on Anderton. Thought about the 3, now he'll take the mid-range. Doesn't fall, contact on the rebound will go against Highland, so Olympus gets it back here.
That foul on number 24, Sepha Brown.
Lowe bringing it up here to start the second for Olympus. We'll give it to Barnes. Barnes over to Dutch. Makes a move, gets inside, gets him with the spin and hits it. Dutch Dowdell getting everything to go tonight.
Just wherever he is, whether it's a step back or an open 3, he's able to make it.
Sepha Brown over to McConkey, and now they'll give it to Anderton. Highland slowing it down with Drisdom here. Brown tries to get back to Drisdom, stolen away by Reef Smiley, and a foul immediately on the other end by Highland and Drisdom.
And so far, Olympus hasn't been able to get too many turnovers, but the turnovers they've got, they've capitalized on. We'll have to see if they do that again.
Olympus looking to extend their lead once again to double digits. Barnes, great pass inside to Reef, and Reef gets the basket to go.
And just another great pass by Barnes. He's averaging 9.9 assists per game. Just lethal from everywhere, on defense, on offense, and passing.
Right, and even once he gets the rebound, because he averages 8 rebounds a game, he can throw that pass the full length of the court and pick up an assist right there.
I mean, he's nearly averaging a triple-double per game, which is wild.
Yeah, and go along with it, 4 steals per game. Timeout taken early in this second quarter here by Highland, as Olympus immediately increased their lead up to double digits and 10 points. This is what it stands at now. Highland facing that full court pressure once again. They're trying to get it past, and now they will. Drisdom's guarded here by Dowdell. Now give up to Brown. Passing around the perimeter. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Brown to the corner. McConkey trying a 3-pointer is perfect. George McConkey from deep.
I mean, not only is he a menace in the middle, I mean, he's so good on the perimeter as well with that 3.
And it looks like they're going to call an off-ball foul before the shots. I think this is what they might be calling here against Highland. I think they're going to say it was after the shot, but there was an off-ball foul, maybe fighting for the rebound there, committed by Soren Rise and Highland. So basket does count. Much needed there by Highland, and a great looking shot there by George McConkey. Olympus back on the attack. Mayfield now with it. Barnes from deep. Barnes from deep once again. 3 points for Jordy Barnes. Really, just what can you do defensively if you're Highland? You force them into all these deep 3-pointers all night, and they've hit them almost every single time. Here's Highland looking to respond. Get it in there to McConkey. He's backing down Mayfield. Looks to put that one in, and now he will. Traveling's going to be the call there. Switched his pivot foot.
And great defense by Mayfield right there, too, not letting McConkey able to get right under the rim and put it in.
Really, he forced him to pick up his dribble, and he spun there. Sort of lost count of his steps, took 1-2 extra in the turnover.
And one interesting thing this game is that Highland has only gotten 1 offensive rebound. And we came in saying that they dominate the board, so great job by the Titans defense.
Dutch in the high post, he turns immediately, doesn't get that one to go though. Highland back at the other end. Drisdom loses it there, he'll get it back though. Guarded tightly by Barnes. Brown into the corner, and now they get into McConkey. McConkey with it. Now he's going to take it on Mayfield. Put that one up and in. George McConkey keeping Highland in this one. He has half of their points so far in this game. Low over to Barnes. Right back to him. Into Dutch. And now right back out to Barnes. Low driving now inside. That floater's going to be blocked.
Had an open Mayfield in the corner, didn't decide to pass it.
Yeah, Highland, they had 5 blocks against Olympus in the first matchup. They have 2 so far in this one. Drisdom working on Low. Slips as he goes inside, and foul goes against Gavin Lowe. Just his first of the game.
That's only Olympus's first of the quarter, while Highland has 3 midway.
Drisdom will inbound this one here. Gaddis over to Brown and right back to Drisdom. He's going to step back into a 3-pointer there. That one off the backboard. They do get the rebound though. McConkey tries to get it out, stolen away by Barnes, and looks like there's going to be a turnover there. Highland gets it back.
Very surprised with the no reach-in call there. Seemed to have effect on the on Barnes' attempt at a pass.
You definitely could not get that pass off cleanly. And now Highland back, still down 8. McConkey inside, and Barnes stole it away 2 times in a row. Barnes steals it from McConkey. Barnes all the way, not wasting any time, and looks like it almost touched the rim there, but they're going to say no good.
And Highland has been slowing things down on offense after that high-paced first quarter.
Right, just 7 points for Olympus in this in the first 5 minutes of this second quarter compared to 23. Three minutes left as he slips and he drives inside. Lamson from deep, no good there, and they do get the rebound. The offensive rebounds for Highland starting to pile up here of late. Sepha Brown left open in the corner, doesn't quite make him pay. There's that one, rims out.
And that's just a killer possession for Highland right there. They got 2 offensive rebounds, the thing they do best, and they weren't able to capitalize.
Barnes all the way over to Mayfield, thought about the 3, and now he's inside and he's going to pass it out to Dutch. Barnes guarded by Brown. He'll try another deep 3, doesn't fall there. Here comes Highland down 8 here, 30-22. Drisdom kicks to Lamson. And now it's Brown guarded by Lowe.
And Highland once again taking a lot of the shot clock, trying to limit Olympus's offensive possessions.
That's going to be a mid-range jumper that rims out there as well. Really, both teams struggling to score in the past couple minutes. Reef, he's going to take a mid-range jumper, and Reef's going to hit.
And for Highland, they were finally able to get stops on the defensive side consistently, but they weren't able to capitalize on the offensive side, and Olympus is still up by 10.
Right, they took that timeout down 30-20, and their defense has been great. That was the first basket since that timeout, but the problem is their offense has only scored 2 points as well. Inside now, backing him down, and it's going to go. Grayson Gaddis gets a couple points there.
And Highland just needs to continue attacking the paint. That's when they're at their best, and that's when they're also able to get more offensive rebounds.
So now it's Barnes over to Dutch, in the corners Low. That's a nice backdoor cut there, but the defense was able to recover. Barnes left wide open. Barnes once again from downtown. Jordy Barnes hits it to go.
I mean, his range is simply incredible. Wherever he is, whether he's open or guarded, he's able to make that.
I mean, if you're Highland, you're feeling like at some point you can just leave those shots and they're not going to make them, but this whole game they've left those shots and they've consistently made them. Barnes slowing it down now, approaching the end of the first half. Olympus up 11. dribbling around at center logo. Jordy Barnes, 9 points in this first half, all of them three-pointers, and not looking for the pass was Mayfield as that one sails out of bounds.
And now Highland needs to get points before half. I don't think they can go down 10, and because they've gotten all these stops on defense, they can't get another empty offense possession.
Yeah, they've cut Olympus's offensive production in half this second quarter, but the lead still where it was, or grown even.
Yeah.
That's going to be a contested three-pointer that doesn't go, and now Olympus has their own chance here with Lowe. Dribbling through traffic, and now they left Dutch open from deep, and Dowdell hits it at the buzzer. Dutch Dowdell finishes the first half with 18 points. 38 to 24 is the score, end of the first half.
And that offensive possession by Highland, I can't say it was their best, kind of forced up a three, and then they left Dowdell open on the other end. Just can't do that before half.
Yeah, definitely, and now they're facing a hole. They ended the first quarter down 6, and now they enter the end of the second quarter down 14. What an offensive night for the Titans, as they have made 8 three-pointers in the first half. The school record 16 in one game, so they are on pace for that. We'll see what happens in the second half. It's been an entertaining first half. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Dance Company.
Yeah, tensions is definitely rising. Teed up right now. Tea time. Tea time. Tea time, tea time, tea time. Tea time like I got a couple of them. Tea time like I'm at a 5:45. Talk to the boy about comparison. Really the choice is scarce. Yeah, scared of the six. Yeah, scared of the six.
I'm very invested in shots.
The Olympus Dance Company. Olympus students, would you please get on your feet and please welcome a special guest tonight to the court. Please welcome Mark Smith. Students, let's give it up for Mr. Mark Smith. Mark is a alumni of Olympus High School, head coach at Olympus High School football in the early 2000s, and most recently our offensive coordinator. Early this January, Mark Smith is retiring from teaching at Olympus High School, and the Olympus community would like to acknowledge him tonight and say we love the Smiths. Again, everybody, Coach Mark Smith.
Welcome back for the start of the second half of this high-powered matchup. It's the second and third ranked team in 5A matching up for the second time this year. I'm Jackson Bodley.
And I'm Lucas Pierce.
We're glad to have you along for us with this one. And what a first half it was, where Olympus, they jumped out to a 14-point lead. The three-point shooting incredible as they made 8 three-pointers as a team. Dutch Dowdell, he had 4 of them, and he had 18 points in that first half. Just really, you could tell they brought that extra effort and energy tonight for tonight's game against Highland.
Really, wherever they were on the floor, they could make it. And whether they were open in guard, too, they were just so hot in that first half.
All right, both teams playing a little bit extra physical, and the refs, they know how much is on the line in this game. I feel like they let them play a bit in that game. You got to lay with a lot more that you're used to, and it led to a great high energy first half. A lot happening. For Highland, their offense wasn't doing half bad. Their offense is doing about what they averaged, 24 points in that first half, a little under. Problem is their defense is usually so good. The key to their team allowed 38 points in that first half. Offensively, George McConkey kept them afloat as he had 11 points in that first half.
And this is now 2 straight times where Olympus has faced, pretty good defense, and they've been able to offensively assert their dominance.
Olympus starts with the ball here. Jordy Barnes controls it. Barnes still with it, working on Highland, and now he'll get it in there to Smiley. Reef, nice pass inside there, right back to Reef. Reef's going to kick it out of there. Tight defense was there by Gaddis, and he couldn't get anything to go. Now Dutch with it. In the corners, Mayfield. He's working on McConkey. The defense tight on this first possession. That's a tough shot that doesn't go there for Lowe.
And that was one of, if not the best defensive possession for Highland right there. Did not let Olympus get any open looks.
Yeah, all 5 players for Olympus touched the ball and tried something of the sorts, but nothing worked. Drisdom controls it. And right inside of McConkey. Their leading scorer going to work. Now he's doubled by Dutch and nearly loses it there. And he's just going to spot up. And it's good. Hard to guard someone who's 7 feet tall that can shoot from that far away.
They can teach a lot of things, but they can't teach height, and that is just such an advantage for Highland.
Reef trying a three-pointer, and they pick up right where they left off. Reef Smiley gets that 3 to go. Sepha Brown now guarded by Lowe. Right back to Brown inside. He's doubled. 3-point taken by Gaddis. It's good. Grayson Gaddis from deep has been a huge part of their offense as well. He's made 3 3-pointers.
And Highland's offense heating up a little bit to open the second half after having not the greatest first half.
Barnes nearly poked away there, but they are able to keep possession. Mayfield over to Barnes. Barnes behind the back pass to Mayfield. He'll try a deep 3-pointer. Why not? Eli Mayfield from deep hits it. And Olympus now has double-digit 3-pointers made in this game.
I mean, first off, what a pass by Barnes behind the back, and then for Mayfield to have that range to make that.
Everyone for Olympus on point. You cannot leave anyone open. Barnes brings down that rebound, and now he's coming the other way. It's over to Dutch, and he's going to take it all the way up and in. Dutch Dowdell now over the 20-point mark.
And Olympus's offense has not skipped a beat after that first half. And Highland is not able to match it on the offensive side.
And I think if you're Highland, you got to get this thing within single digits before the end of the quarter, really to give yourself a chance entering that fourth quarter. Inside of McConkey, he's doubled. Gets out of it to Lamson, and now he's going to kick it over. Gaddis tries a contested 3-pointer, no good.
And when Olympus puts that double team on McConkey, Highland's going to have to take advantage by passing out and making a 3.
Barnes over to Mayfield. He thought about that 3, and now it's right back to Barnes going to work. Foul on the drive goes against Drisdom. That is his 3rd foul, so he's got to be careful not to pick up a 4th personal. And
he's the only one with fouls on the court right now. Everyone else has 0.
Dutch Dowdell, a lot of contact there on that three-point shot. He's going to get 3 free throws. And really, that's about the kind of defense you have to play if you're going to stop Olympus from making a three-pointer in this game, it feels like. Dowdell now at the free throw line, a great free throw shooter. First one's good. He shoots 82% of the line. Second one good as well. Trying to make it 3 for 3 from the line, and he will. Dutch Dowdell knocks down all 3.
And right there shows you can't even stop Dowdell by fouling him on a three-pointer.
Gaddis sends it over now to Drisdom. Highland trying to get their offense rolling here. That hasn't had much to go in this third quarter. Just 5 points so far in the second half. They're going to kick it to Gaddis. He'll try another three. It's good. Grayson Gaddis getting a couple big threes.
And he's been keeping Highland in this one, in this second half. He has 2 3-pointers.
Lowe backing him down, kicks it over to Mayfield. He thought about that three, but now he's going to pass it over to Lowe. All 5 players for Olympus can make it from deep if you give them really any space. Now Barnes, he'll try a three-pointer. Doesn't quite fall, but Dutch brings in the offensive rebounds, keeping it alive here. Barnes dribbling around, looking for a pass, and now he gets it right back. Deep three-pointer from Barnes, doesn't quite fall. So the lead's now at 17. Highland looking to cut into it a little bit after that defensive stop. McConkey backing him down, doubled once again and loses it, but now he'll get it back. Pass over to Drisdom, and that he can't quite get to the corner. The defense all over the place for Olympus, and now they're going to call a blocking foul.
When McConkey lost the ball over there, I thought they would call a foul, ended up calling a foul later in the possession. So inbound for Highland.
McConkey gets that one over there. And now Anderton has it. Lamson tries a three-pointer. Doesn't fall, and the rebound knocked around, last touched by, they're going to say, Highland. Olympus gets the stop there. Now they're looking to make this a 20-point game on this possession.
And Lamson has had a few open threes this game. Hasn't been able to hit, or he hit one earlier in the game, but that's it.
Barnes now driving around, gives it to Mayfield. Got him with the pump fake, drives inside and lays it up and in. Eli Mayfield.
Beautiful pump fake and drive by him to put him at 5 points.
All right, and making that three-pointer earlier really opens that one up. I don't think he would have left his feet there had he not made that three-point earlier in the game. And one's going to be the call here. Drisdom takes it himself to the bucket and gets just his second basket of the game there.
Nice drive right there by Drisdom. And if Highland wants to get back in this one, they need to get him involved, as he scored 25 points in the last game between these two teams.
Drisdom at the free throw line here. No good. Barnes gets the rebound, and now he's going to walk it down the court here. Gavin Lowe over to Barnes. He's looking, and tight defense doesn't let him get the pass in there. Dowdell, and contact on the reach is going to be called against Highland.
That's on Drisdom, his fourth. He'll have to come out of the game. That's really one of the reasons why he hasn't been able to get involved in this game. He's been on the bench in foul trouble.
And now Highland, you're down 17. Your offense has been struggling, and now your leading scorer has to come out for foul trouble. Definitely not what you want to see at the moment, as Reef able to keep that one. Low stepping back, gets sort of a screen there, doesn't fall though, but they get the offensive rebound.
And really one baffling thing this game is that the offensive rebounds have really favored Olympus. Highland has rarely had a possession where they've been able to get one.
Dowdell sizes him up but can't get the shot to fall there.
And that's Gavin Lowe's third foul on the reach-in.
Yeah, the aggressive play by both teams starting to have their effect here with a few players entering foul trouble here.
And one thing to look out for with Olympus implementing a full court press, I wonder when Highland starts implementing a full court press themselves as they try to get back into this one.
Anderton over to Rise. That three-pointer's guarded, and it doesn't matter. 3 points for Soren Rise, big for Highland. This full court pass gets in there to Reef, but the defense stands tall.
Smiley wasn't able to put that one up, but incredible accuracy on that pass by Barnes.
And Barnes nearly loses it there, and it's going to be foul against Jordy Barnes. There's going to be the call.
Interesting foul call there. I thought if anything they were going to call a kick ball on Barnes, but ends up being a foul. And Highland's starting to cut down into this lead. It's now 14 points.
So will we dodge here? Highland looking to string together a few plays there. They're down 14, a couple baskets, and they're not so far away entering the fourth quarter.
And you mentioned earlier they need to get it down to single digits before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, they got a 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want. Inside, a nice play right there by Reef to stop that basket. Highland still on offense. They get it into Lamson. He's open from deep. You can't get it though, and Olympus brings in the rebound.
As I mentioned earlier, he's just not feeling it from the three-point range. He's missed a lot of open ones.
Dowdell working it inside, loses it, and now he'll put it up and in. Dutch Dowdell now at 25.
Threw a lot of contact too. Refs didn't call a foul, but it looked like he got hit in the arm in the process.
Dodge taking aside, and he's blocked by Reef on the other end. Reef Smiley gets up and slots that one away.
And that's two great defensive possessions by Smiley. He was able to knock the ball out the last possession, able to get the block right there.
Yeah, Reef, he's great offensively, averaging 17 points a game, but his defense sort of an underrated part as he averages 1.2 steals a game and 1.3 blocks a game. Highland likely going to play for last shot here. The lead has grown by 2 points in this quarter. Dodge working on Reef inside, and that's right to Barnes. Now Olympus the other way. 3 seconds left. Barnes to Dowdell. Deep three-pointer at the buzzer. Doesn't quite fall.
And even though Olympus didn't get that three-pointer at the end, it felt like they won the end of the third quarter. Highland had a chance to cut into the lead again, but they threw the ball to Barnes, and Olympus was off and running.
So the end of the third quarter in Olympus, this game's not completely put away, but 16 points, definitely a lead you'd want to see against a great team like Highland. A big part of Highland's win against Olympus early in the year is the three-point shooting, where they made 13 three-pointers in that game. We haven't really seen too many tonight from Highland, really only about 4 or 5 so far in this game. If they can get that, they're going to need to get that rolling in the fourth quarter to get back into this one.
And a big thing too is that Highland was only down by 6 going into the fourth quarter at their place, and now they're down by 16. I don't know if they have enough offensive firepower to come back while stopping Olympus on the offensive side.
All right, Highland, they had a consistent offense, 12 points, 17, 10, and 16 last game.
With Highland getting the ball to start the fourth quarter, you have to wonder what play they drew up, maybe to get an open 3 or an open 2.
All right, they just have 8 minutes left in this game. They really need points on almost every possession, it feels like. They go right to their leading scorer tonight, McConkey. Inside, that one doesn't fall though. Tight defense there by Mayfield. Dutch finds Reef, and he's going to Euro step blocked from behind.
And after that first quarter, McConkey was doing great, but he's really slowed down since then.
Yeah, Soren Rise made a great play there to swat that one. Dowdell with it, guarded by Rise, and he'll give it to Mayfield. Barnes controls it now. He gets inside, reverse layup goes. Great play there by Jordy Barnes. Now he's over double digits scoring wise.
Beautiful to get into the paint, run under the basket, and put it up and in.
Backing him down inside Rise, and he will get the blocking call there instead of the charge.
And for Barnes, he only has 11 points, but he's really been an all-around team player today, getting all those assists and being great on the defensive side with steals and turnovers as well.
Gavin Lowe checks back in here for Olympus. Got in a little bit of early foul trouble. McConkey has it out off the inbounds here. He's guarded by Mayfield. Inside spinning, and that one's going to fall right there for George McConkey.
And Highland still not putting on a full court defense yet.
Reef over to Mayfield. Barnes with it. And now it's Dutch. Kicks it over to Mayfield, open from three, but he sides otherwise. Dowdell just puts that one up, and what can you do defensively? You were right there, and he hits it.
And Highland played great tight defense on that one, didn't really let anyone get open, and Dowdell still is able to make it with tight defense.
There's Drisdom. He'll take a tough contested one, and he gets the foul, and it banks in, and another and one there.
Now it's important for Drisdom to make this free throw, and then Highland needs to play some defense. They can't let Olympus continue getting points at the rate they are.
Drisdom at the free throw line here. That one's perfect. He now has 7 points in this game. Barnes driving, and now he's going to kick it out. With this slowing it down here, just 6 minutes left. Barnes doubled inside, and now they'll give it to Mayfield. They're taking their time here. Reef going inside, in trouble at the baseline, and that's stolen away. Great defense there by Highland as they force the turnover. Lamson the other way, right into McConkey. He turns his back, and stolen away there by Mayfield. Great play there as he turns his back. They try and get into the Reef, and they will. Layups up and in there by Gavin Lowe.
And for McConkey right there, I feel like he should have just gone up with it. He shouldn't have waited, or if he was going to wait, he should have passed it back out.
Yeah, the second he turned his back there, they just poked it right away. Now here he is again, guard now face up against Mayfield. He turns with the hook, and it falls. A great game for him tonight.
And the lead for Olympus is down to 15, but with 5:14 left, you have to wonder if there's enough time for Highland to come back.
Yeah, Highland now, the lead really the same it's been since the end of the first half here. Throughout the whole second half, it's been consistent 15 to 20 points for Olympus, and now the time is starting to run out, and they got to start cutting into it now. And like you mentioned, I think they should start maybe a full court press or something, just a little more urgency on defense to force Olympus to do more, because right now they're just sitting and waiting.
I mean, you have to attempt something, because if Olympus is able to just run it up the court slowly, they're gonna run the clock down, and you won't have enough time to come back.
.5 minutes remaining in an exciting high-powered matchup here, Olympus versus Highlands. And Olympus, their offense in the first quarter was incredible, 23 points. But since then, they've only scored a total of 36 points. And so in the last 3 quarters, besides that first 23, their offense has been, Highland's defense has been much improved in holding Olympus to a lot less points.
Yep.
Olympus, they're right now under their season average by about 10 points. Barnes over to Mayfield. He's left open from deep, and they're just going to decide that 30 seconds off the clock's better than a 3-point attempt there. Dowdell gets him with the pump fake, steps into a 3-pointer, too long on that one. Drisdom the other way. That free throw line jumper doesn't fall.
And for Highland, or specifically for Drisdom, while you need to go fast, I'm not sure that's a shot to take.
Yeah, the score at the end of regulation in the first game was 55-55, and Olympus eclipsed that 55 mark a couple minutes ago.
And now with Olympus slowing it down on offense, Highland has been able to string together some turnovers. Now they have to capitalize on offense.
Right, is both sides, their defense has been working really for the past 3 quarters about the level you want it to against Olympus. It's just their offense hasn't been able to keep it up and come to that lead.
Olympus was really able to feed off that early energy in the building, but since then both teams have settled down, and it's really been a lot like that first game. Just with that early lead Olympus got out to, Highland hasn't been able to come back.
McConkey gets the inbounds here, and now it's Drisdom with it. Right back to McConkey inside. He's turning and puts it up too short there, and he's going to get called for a foul on that rebound. That's just his first foul of the game here.
Which is really impressive for a center who's 7 feet tall when you have almost everybody attacking you.
Dowdell with it right into the high post, and Reef tries a 3-pointer. They left Reef open. Can't make him pay, but great rebound there by Jack Evans. And then he's fouled right there.
Great effort by Evans to go up and get it and then rip it away from Highland. And also for Highland, they've implemented a zone on defense, no full court press yet.
Mayfield over to Dowdell now.
Now it looks like they're back in the man-to-man.
Evans with it, they're leaving him open. They're just gonna waste the clock instead. Right back to him, and they're gonna pass around the horn here. And then trying to double over to Reef. He's open, thought about it, and then they're deciding to take a few more seconds off. And that's gonna be open whenever they want it. They're leaving Evans open. Can't make him pay. The putback by Jordy Barnes goes.
And for Highland, that's just killer because Olympus, first of all, wasted all that time, and then they missed the original shot, and Barnes was able to put it back in.
Yeah, 30 seconds and points for Olympus. Both things they want to happen. Barnes on the fast break, he'll lay it up and in. Jordy Barnes, a couple more points.
Those 2 possessions feels like it could be the ball game.
Yeah, 19 points, just 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. And that goes out of bounds there. Nothing going at all.
And for Olympus, they have been great these past 2 games, beating the 6th ranked team in 5A and then the 3rd ranked team in 5A at the end of this one. So they seem to be back on track after a little bit of a struggle.
Mayfield now to Dowdell. Reeve right back to Mayfield. He's going to dribble it around. They've been doing this for the past 5 minutes, it feels like. And whoever's being guarded by McConkey, they keep him in the middle, and they'll have an open 3-pointer. Dowdell, now he's left open, and he hits it. Dutch Dowdell now has 30 points in this game.
That's just an encapsulation of the night.
And I know he said he was open, but he really wasn't open
I
there.
know.
He was 5 feet behind the three-point line and guarded. But the way he's playing tonight, that almost feels like a guarantee with that much space. And an offensive foul goes against Highland, and really just everything going wrong towards the end of the game for the Rams.
Just feels like they ran out of gas at the end of this one. They ran into a buzzsaw of an angry Olympus team from their last loss, and it's been a struggle for them tonight.
And now Olympus, they sub in the rest of their players. 4 seniors now on the court. They got Jack Evans, Tommy Blink, Ty DeWall, Carson Soph, and Landon Howe. Ty DeWall now with the ball. And I give it over to Soph. Timeout taken by Olympus here. And really there's no better experience than in a live game, you know, for getting all your extra players out there towards the end of it. I think they called timeout here to plan how to finish out this game here.
And this experience is really good for the Titans who don't normally play, because when you get into the playoffs and if some of your starters and regular bench players get in foul trouble, it may be your time to step up.
And they make a sub there. Will Blank comes in for Jack Evans. So now it is an all senior, 5 seniors out there for Olympus. They try and get this one inbounded there to the wall, and they will. Ty DeWall's working there on Lamson, and they'll give it over to Blank. Will Blank with it. Tries to drive inside, and it's going to be dribbled off the baseline, so Highland forces a turnover. It's Dodge with the ball. 1:20 left for the Rams here in this game. Anderton drives on Blank, but foul's going to be called against him.
And for the Titans, after a great week at home, they'll go on the road to the West, and then they will be back at home soon, I think.
Yeah, they'll play West on Tuesday, and then they'll get the game off Friday, then be at home for Brighton and Alta, 2 huge home games after next week. Inside, that one's put up, no good there. And now Olympus back on the attack. Carson Soph has it inside, back to Blank. Ty DeWall drives inside and loses it, and they call a foul. 4th team foul for both teams. That one's a 4th against Highland, so next foul on either team will put free throws. DeWall inbounds this one in, and it looks like it's going to be stolen away almost. They do keep possession here, and now they've got a shot here. Tommy Blank from deep, no good there, and they do get the rebound. Carson Soph with it. He steps back into a 3-pointer. Carson Soph from deep, 3 points right there.
And just everyone hitting from 3 tonight for Olympus.
That one's going to be stolen away right there at the end by Will Blank. Olympus playing till the very end, and that foul's going to be called on the shot.
Olympus could have held the ball to waste the timeout down, but they decided to attack and result in free throws.
Will Blank at the free throw line here. The first one's good, and now Olympus over the 70-point mark in this game. They average 75 points a game. Blank hits them both, and now likely going to be the final 12 seconds here. Lamson walks it up here, and that's going to be the end of this one here. The Olympus Titans avenged their loss in blowout fashion, a 25-point win here on their home court.
Just a fantastic game. Dowdell and Barnes were excellent tonight. Dowdell having 30 points, and Barnes just doing everything from assists to shooting deep threes and then getting those turnovers.
All right, they jumped out to an early lead there with all that energy from the huge student section and everything. Then from that point on, it was sort of a stalemate. Both teams moving back and forth, and by the end of it, it was really the same score it was at the start. It's a 20-point win here for Olympus. As for Highland, their next game will be a home game on Tuesday as they host the Brighton Bengals. Olympus, their next game also on Tuesday. They go on the road to face the West Panthers. Our next broadcast will be on Tuesday at girls' games as the girls host the West Panthers. I'm Jackson Bodley.
And I'm Lucas Pierce.
Thanks so much for watching this one. We hope to see you on Tuesday when the Olympus girls host the West Panthers. We'll see you then.